Oh, here we go. Oh, we're going live before the show starts. Ooh, it looks like we're live.
I froze up.
You froze up. You should have froze up. We don't want to see you. Freeze.
That's weird. I'll be right back.
Okay, we'll be here.
All righty, thank you.
We promise. We'll be here. Won't we, guys? Yeah, maybe. All right, we're live here for 15 seconds. I want to make sure that we get shared to the VMM page, because I know a bunch of people are going to be joining us from the Video Marketing Madness page, and it looks like it's been syndicated out there, so that's good. So if you're joining us on the VMM page because we sent you there, well, welcome. And I'm even going to go there right now and make sure that it's actually live inside of there before we get started with today's show in about 3 minutes. 3 minutes remain.
3 minutes.
And today we're going to be talking about the 5-star video testimonial. You like that? That's a little play on words there. 5-star, you get it? You know, because people leave 5 stars for a That's clever. That's clever. All right. Whoo. Oh, and Rishu has reacted to our video here. It doesn't say how he reacted, so we'll have to see how he reacted. But
He's laughing.
I got a little pop-up that just says he reacted to it, but I'm not sure how he reacted. He might have laughed at us.
Yep.
We're watching you. We're watching you, you know. We're watching. Steve Sleeper likes it too. So do I.
I'm laughing.
Yes, indeed. All right, so we're going to get started.
I find laughter is the best medicine.
It is. But it's a bit bitter at times. It doesn't make any sense.
No, that didn't make any sense. Thinking, well, maybe I just...
Today's episode brought to you by Panda Express Chinese Kitchen. Ooh la la. All right, so before we get started, I've got my bottle today of Pepsi Zero Sugar. And it's got caffeine to keep me going, but without that sugar, I'm not as crazy and wild.
But your hair is.
Yes, it is.
I need a haircut. I got like wings now.
My hair's definitely a little out of control. And I don't know if you noticed, and I don't know if you saw the video I did the other day when I talked about this, but I haven't lost my mind completely. But I'm going to be playing the role of a snake oil salesman. And so I'm attempting to grow a real mustache that I can curl for it.
Oh.
So it's been 3 days. Hard to tell because I haven't shaved the rest of it in 2 days.
You got a manly mustache, though, I tell you.
We'll see about that. Might not grow any more than this. This might be it.
Geez, I've been growing mine for 2 years, and yours is already as heavy as mine, you know.
No, I don't think it is. I think it might look that way on camera.
Uh-oh.
I don't think it's as heavy as it might seem. But anyway, welcome to Mustache Talk with Stephen Ray. That sounds dirty for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But no, today we're not going to be talking about mustaches much. Maybe a little. We're going to be talking about 5-star video testimonials, how to get them, how to create them, what should be in them, and why do you need them. So it's going to be a lot of fun. For those of you that do video marketing, you know probably that video testimonials are really good, but they can be kind of a pain in the neck to get, and we'll talk about that as we get into this as well. But some great options as Steve slaps his face and has a little fun. But look at that. My hair is a little... It's like a little
crazy today, right?
And it looks blue because of the blue background light I'm kind of in, so it looks like I've got blue hair, which I actually don't. It's actually black.
Oh.
Or dark brown, but it looks blue. So maybe it makes me look cool and young. Hey, look at my blue hair, right?
I think I need some beard. You know, they got beard wash now that gets rid of the gray.
Yeah, I've seen that. Didn't Keith Hernandez touch a gray?
Yeah, I think this is a little different or something, though.
Indeed. Beard
I looked at something one time and was like, this is more of a pain than it's worth. So the beard wash, you just wash your beard.
I got accused of coloring my hair when I went back home a couple months ago because, everybody else is either bald or gray, and I'm not. And so they think I color my hair, which I don't. I'm not that old.
I'm getting a little gray.
Just because they're young and still got gray hair doesn't mean that I should have it too. But anyway, all right. Whoo, it's getting to that time. Let's get that show on the road. People getting funky like a monkey out there.
Funky.
Crazy.
Get down here,
Crazy.
funky.
Waiting for us to get started.
Get
All
in
right.
a funky video show.
Woo, doggy.
Funky
All right.
Ray. Everybody do the Funky Ray.
Okay, that's enough of that. Are we ready to get started here, Steve?
Yes, sir.
5-star video testimonials. Episode 219, which is really probably more like 319, but we lost count at one point.
We had a major switchover, and I lost some episodes.
We did. So if you're joining us for the first time, you can pretend that this is 219, even though it's just the 219th since we started counting up each week.
Oh, well.
So we've been doing this for quite a while. You figure 52 weeks a year, that's at least, we've done this, 5-6 years now, right? It's been a while.
6 years.
6 years. Woo, doggy. I've got...
doggy.
I got...
doggy, Ellie Mae.
That's, that's pretty old. That's pretty old. Pretty old.
Like me.
Yep. Indeed. All right. Well, here we go. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get professional here. Whew, professional faces. And in 5, 4... Wait, let's make sure I hit the right button for the music here. Is this the right one?
He's ready.
That's the one. Okay, good. All right, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2. On today's episode of Video Marketing Madness, we're going to talk about the 5-star video testimonial, how to get them, how to use them, and how to make sure that they get you more business. And today's episode, ironically, is made possible by Vidmonial 2.0. Vidmonial 2.0, if you haven't checked it out, is a really, really cool program that allows you to not only get those video testimonials directly from your website, but also display them on your website, as well as distribute them out to places like YouTube and social media and anywhere else that you want to put them out there. If you ever tried to do video testimonials, you know it can be kind of a pain to get it all together, get people in, shoot them, put it all together. Well, now you can have a simple plugin, and I'm not even going to say plugin because it's not technically a plugin. You can put this on any site, but now you can have something on your website where anybody can leave you a video testimonial at any time, day or night, and it'll automatically go to you so that you can distribute it out and display it on the website. So that's with Vidmonial 2.0, an amazing little program. Lots of stuff in there. We've got a review video of it. You can check that all out at raythevideoguy.com/vidmonial. That's VIDMONIAL. Vidmonial. raythevideoguy.com/vidmonial. And with that, are we ready to hear that funky music, Steve? Ooh,
MONAL.
MONIAL, like testimonial, but it's
I knew I left something out of there. Yeah.
Vidmonial. raythevideoguy.com/vidmonial. So there we go. All right, here we go. Let's hit that music. Here we go. Oh, here we go.
He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy.
And it's the radio show about video marketing madness with Ray the Video Guy, and I'm Steve Sleeper. GoVMM.com. My wife reminded me the other day she hasn't done that logo yet.
We need a jingle for Go VMM.
Yeah, we could get the whatever the singers are. I can't remember. They're in Dallas. They do all the jingles for.
What we could do is we could
stations.
recruit our good buddy Mike, as he's doing all sorts of jingles up there in Nashville right now. Get him to do one for us.
Cool. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But anyhow, if you go to govmm.com, you can subscribe to all the podcatchers like Apple Podcasts, and then you can get social with us, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Hey, guess what? Guess what I discovered? We're on iHeartRadio now.
Oh, wow. That sounds really awesome. How do we get there?
You know, I think I must have applied for it like a year ago, and I noticed it just got accepted, so it's there.
Joe Rogan got picked up immediately. What's up with this? Why is it taking us so long?
I don't know. Maybe I should shave my head.
That's it, and say rude things at the top of the hour.
Yeah, that's right.
and
Hey,
advertise
you have
for
blue
the
hair.
fleshlight, which we won't even discuss what that is. But
Flashlight, yeah. I heard
yeah.
about that. Your hair is blue. Is that
my hair is
something-
blue. My hair is blue, but I'm on fire.
On fire.
On
with
fire.
Ray.
And we're going to talk about video testimonials today because they're a good thing, and I think people neglect them quite a bit for a few reasons. So we're going to talk a little bit about video testimonials, why you need them. And Steve, what do you think of video testimonials? Do you grab those for your clients?
Yeah, typically what they're doing is using their iPhones to record them. When they ask for a testimonial, hey, you happy with me? Did I do a good job? Would you leave a 5-star review? Hey, if I got my iPhone, can I shoot you?
There you go. Can I shoot? Yeah. Can I shoot you? It's always a good
Can I shoot you,
conversation opener. No, ironically, what we used to do, Corey and I, a lot of times, and Will, mostly Corey and I did this part, though, is we would go, if we were going to meet with somebody, we would actually record a testimonial about them, and by the time we got to their office, that video would be on page 1 of Google. And so we'd show them, hey, look, you've already got a video on page 1, and it would be one of us going, hey, we love, whatever. We simply love Dr. Jones' massage therapy or whatever. And it would be on page 1 because we used to have a really cool trick. It doesn't quite work like it used to in the old days. In fact, it doesn't really work at all anymore. But we used to do it with either Meta Cafe or with, what's the other one? I was just watching them. The other video site, Daily Motion. We used to put videos on there and then do like all these quick, 5-second backlink type things to it. And boom, it would jump right up to the top. It wouldn't stay for more than a day or two, but it would show that we could get a video up there. And we'd walk in there and be like, hey, Dr. Jones, take a look. We've already got something on page 1 for you. And, it's just kind of a neat little parlor trick to kind of show them that we kind of knew what we were doing a little bit. And we used to do that quite a bit. Unfortunately, the Daily Motion and Meta Cafe stuff doesn't really rank anymore at all, let alone in 5 minutes. So,
well, Daily Motion, you got to have a paid account now, I think.
do you? Yeah, I was actually watching Daily Motion yesterday. I came across a video and was watching it, and then watched a few more. So it was hadn't really paid attention to Daily Motion in a while.
Yeah, it's different.
Good stuff.
And,
it's still
and Meta Cafe, I have no idea.
I haven't really seen them do much. At one point in time, Daily Motion was a top 20 website in the world, and Meta Cafe wasn't too far behind at like 35 or something like that, but I don't know if that's still the case. But regardless of all that, the point being is that video testimonials are very powerful tools that you can use to get videos up onto YouTube pretty quick. And if you think about this, 90% of people that were surveyed said that they made their buying decisions online based off of reviews. However, they've noticed that written reviews have started to fall in that category a little bit. And the main reason for that is, of course, because everybody accuses everybody, they had their mother write a review and they had their uncle and they wrote 5 reviews under 5 of their accounts and posted them up there, and that's how they got all these reviews, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's a little tougher when it's a video review because you have to actually be on there. And quite honestly, most times you can tell when somebody's faking it, and they're not being honest about a story or anything like that. And when you have a nice, honest video testimonial, it's hard to ignore that, and it can have a really big effect on business. And the great thing about it is you can put it on your website, you can put it on YouTube or Dailymotion or Vimeo, you can embed it in other websites, you can put it on social media, and it has a big effect everywhere that it's used. And so they're very, very powerful. And quite honestly, what are you going to really believe when you're looking at a video online? Are you going to believe what I say about my business, or are you going to believe what somebody who's used it has said about my business? And chances are you're going to believe the other person a little bit more, because my video about my business is, I have a good reason to say nice things about it because it's my business. I'm not going to say, hey, my business is great, although there's this one time that I punched somebody when they came in the door, and that's not going to happen. But when you got a testimonial from other people that say, hey, this place is great, I purchased from here, blah, 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 that makes a big difference. So today what I want to do is go through what I call the 5-star video testimonial, and there's four parts in the 5-star video testimonial. So maybe I'm going to change that to 5 parts, because there is technically a 5th part to the 5-star 4-step video testimonial. So maybe we'll call it the five steps, with one step being adding graphics and logos and things. So, but anyway, we want to make sure that if you're going to take the time to create a testimonial, you want to make sure that it's done right. Now, we talked at the beginning about this show being made possible by Vidmonial 2.0, which is a great program, but there is something that you need to understand when you're getting video testimonials. Is it's not just getting somebody on camera. You really want to get them to be on camera and say things in a way that's really going to benefit you. Now, if somebody just grabs their phone and sends you a testimony and says, "Hey, I went to Johnson Farms and they had really great pumpkins and the people were really nice," that's wonderful, and there's nothing wrong with that per se, but it's not going to have the same effect as if you plan out the testimonial a little bit. And that doesn't mean you're trying to get people to say things that aren't true, but you're just trying to get the whole story, get them to say what it is that you need in order for somebody to listen to it and make a decision. Now, are they going to say, "Oh, they were friendly and they've got a lot of pumpkins"? Okay, great, I'll go there. Sure, that's going to happen. But if you can get more out of that, and again, you're not talking about making things up or anything. We're talking about 100% true testimonials, but we want to try and make the most out of those. Now, one of the big problems with testimonials normally is, for instance, I'm working with a dentist right now, and he wants to do some testimonials. And of course, the way that he wants to do it is to pick a day, bring in a bunch of people, shoot all their testimonials. And of course, you never know if you're going to get people to show up. Maybe they can't come that day. Maybe they're just not going to show up when they said they would. It's a very difficult thing as far as that goes. Now, technically, it's probably easier to shoot that than to shoot a produced video at that dentist's office where we're going to, show things off and everything, which can be a pain in the neck. Testimonials are much easier to shoot, but they can be difficult because, you want people to say certain things and people don't show up and whatever. So it can be very difficult. Plus, you don't know who's going to show up. And, somebody that looks like the Elephant Man and can't speak shows up. It's going to be hard. Yeah, Steve's pointing to himself on that. Sorry, Elephant Man. Didn't mean to make fun of you. But how can we make the most of this? If we're going to take the time to shoot somebody doing a testimonial, how can we make the most out of this? And we've got 4, technically 5. We're going to go 5 steps to make that happen, okay? So step number 1 is called the problem. And what do I mean by the problem? Well, in order for a testimonial to truly hit home, we want to establish that there was a problem that needed to be solved. So if this was at a dentist's office, it might be, "I had crooked teeth for 20 years and never thought I'd be able to get them fixed." Or if it's, for a plumber, it might be, "I woke up on a Saturday morning and my basement had 3 inches of water. I had no idea what to do. Everything in my basement was going to be destroyed." Okay, that's a problem. If it was a car accident lawyer, "I was in a car accident. I had no idea what to do. I didn't know how I was going to pay my bills." There's a problem, okay? So you want to make sure that when you're doing a testimonial that you get the person doing the testimonial to state what things were like beforehand, what the problem was, okay? So let's do an example. Now, I put out a little blueprint recently that talks about this and lays it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick on diet products because everybody uses diet products or dog products. So we'll do a diet product. So for the beginning of our testimonial for this problem, it could be something like, "I spent years trying to lose that extra 30 pounds that I'd gained since high school. And no matter what I tried, I might lose a couple pounds, but then I'd gain even more back. And I just couldn't get rid of those 30 pounds. Right? That's your beginning statement. Now, notice it stated the exact problem and it had 2 things in it. Well, actually, it didn't because I left part of that out. You may want to have them state something like, "I tried for years to get rid of that extra 30 pounds. I was tired, lethargic, I felt sick, and I looked terrible." Okay? And so what we've established there is Steve's pointing to himself for those listening. But what we've established there is a couple of things. We've established actual facts. That is, they were 30 pounds overweight. They had tried to lose before, they'd lost a couple pounds, and they'd gained even more back. Those are facts. Those are statistics that people can understand mentally. But then there's the emotional part that we bring in with that, which is they tried for years and were unsuccessful. They didn't like the way they felt. They didn't like the way they looked. They felt lethargic. All of those things kind of hit the emotional side. So now you've hit the intellectual side, you've hit the emotional side with that problem. And you've established, a problem that anybody who's watching that video probably has the same issue. Maybe it's 50 pounds, maybe it's 10 pounds, but they understand what this person is talking about. And so you've kind of gotten yourself into that other person's shoes, okay? And so now you've hooked them in there. So the next part is part 2. Part 2 is, what did you do? What did you change? What did you do different? And in our case of our testimonials, it's going to be they took your product, they visited your store, they, whatever it was that you wanted them to do is what they did to change that. So for our diet product, if our diet product, I think in the blueprint I called it, the product I called it Lose It. So we'll pretend there's a product called Lose It. And if there's not, boy, there should be one called Lose It. I can see the commercial now. So the next part of the testimonial might be, and then a friend told me about Lose It, and I decided to give it a try and just try one more time to see if I could lose weight. Okay? Again, not a very long sentence there. That's pretty short, pretty down to earth, pretty straight up. Started off with the problem. I'm 30 pounds overweight. I don't like it. I'm not sure what to do. Now you've established, then I decided to take this product. I decided to take Lose It. Okay? So that is your part 2. That's your change that you're going to make in your life that's being done by the product or service that you provide. If it was the case of our basement with the 3 inches of water, well, then it could be, I tried calling every plumber in town and nobody answered their phone because it was a Saturday. And then I called John Smith Plumbing and they answered the phone and said they would be right over to fix the problem. Okay, there it is. You've established now, boom, that's the thing that I did different. I tried everybody else, then I tried John Smith Plumbing. In the case of our lawyer, you were just in the accident. Oh, I was in an accident. I didn't know what to do. And then a friend told me to call John Smith Personal Injury Lawyers. There's your change. That's the thing you did different, okay? So you've established the problem in nice short terms. You've told what you did different, which is to try out that product. Now, part 3 is going to be, well, what do you think, Steve? What do you think part 3 is of this?
Sorry, I had it on moot.
Moot.
Part 3, here's how my life is better.
Oh my gosh, you got it right down to the word practically there. Yeah. So now you're going to explain how your life is better. So we took our Lose It product. So part 3 is the results that we got. Now again, this is the classic marketing thing. You want to make sure that you're selling the result that you got harder than anything else. Now again, this is a testimonial. You're not dealing with professional actors. You're not dealing with a script. So you kind of have to, let people know what you want to hear. Not telling them what to say or telling them make things up or anything like that, but making sure that they say the part of the story, the true story that fits this mold so that people can understand. So in the case of our Lose It product, they wanted to lose 30 pounds. They tried everything. It didn't work. They decided to try Lose It. Well, now here's the results. Well, after 1 week of after 1 week of using Lose It, I saw the weight start to fall off. And within the first month, I'd already lost 5 pounds. Now, 6 months in, I've lost 30 pounds. I've kept all the weight off. I feel better and I look great. Boom. Again, we've done the exact reverse of what we started with. So now the result is you lost 30 pounds. You started off losing a pound right away. You lost 30 pounds. You kept it off. That's the statistics. You lost 30 pounds. You kept it off. That's what people want to hear in their brains. But then there's the other part, the heart, which is where they say, I feel great. I look better. I feel better. Whatever it happens to be that makes sense there, that's going to grab them emotionally. Okay? So in the case of our plumber, it could be, John Smith Plumbing came over right away. They were able to instantly hook up, drain our entire basement. Okay, there's the facts. They drained they came over right away. They drained the basement. Boom. 2 facts for your brain. Now for your heart. And all of the stuff in our basement was saved before it could be destroyed by all that water. We didn't want to lose all those precious pictures and the kids' toys and, so there's the emotional part. You saved all that stuff. Boom. So John Smith not only did he empty that water, 3 inches of water from our basement with his equipment, but he saved all of our precious moments and our pictures, and we're happy now, okay? In the case of our car accident attorney, I was in a car accident. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how I was going to pay my bills. Boom, John Smith attorney stepped in to help us out. The results, and after he took over the case, we were able to pay all of our medical bills. We were able to heal up, and now our family is happy. We live on a mountain, and there's a rainbow over it. Okay? So you've established, again, the facts. You've established the emotion. You've created that tie. That's part 3 in our 3 out of the 4 parts. Now, the 4th part is, what can the person that's listening do next? Okay, so you want to make sure, and again, this can be a little bit more difficult to get out of the person that's there because they want to tell their story and everything, but you want to get them at the end to go, if I was in a car accident again, I would definitely call John Smith right away. Or, now that I've lost all this weight, I recommend to all my friends that they try lose it because it actually works. So these are these final call to action statements. Now, you're going to have them say, so if you want to lose weight too, call 1-2-3-4-5-6-7-8-9 and talk to John Smith. No, it's not going to be that scripted. In fact, that's going to be part 5 kind of in our 5-star series here. But part 4 is you want to have them do that call to action, which is very simply to say basically that they would recommend them to all their friends and family. That's the kind of statement you want there. So if I needed to lose weight again, I would choose lose it right away. And I tell all my friends to do that. If I was in a car crash again, I would call John Smith immediately. If my basement ever floods again, I'm going to call John Smith to make sure that he fixes it right away. So those are the types of things that you want to use in that final step there, final step with the actual person, which is step 4. So step 1 was the problem. Step 2 was what you did different. Step 3 was the results that you got out of that. Step 4 was the action that they can take in order to get similar results. And so what's step 5? Well, like I said, there's really not a step 5, but there is a step 5 to the entire process, and that is to add your graphics and your animation and your music and things like that to the video whenever you can. So this, in this case here, it might be at the very end after they say, so if you ever get a flood in your basement, you definitely want to call John Smith because he's going to help you out right away. Well, then you want to have that call to action with the, maybe the logo and the phone number and the website. So you want to make sure, and believe it or not, this is one of the things I see all the time online is people create these testimonials and they might have a really great testimonial, but nowhere in the video does it tell you how to contact the company that they're talking about. So they may say John Smith Plumbing, but then there's no phone number, there's no website. And I'm like, what's the point of this? I mean, it sounds great and I want to call John Smith, but now I got to go look him up. I mean, how do I find this? So you want to make sure that you put in that information. Now, in some of these testimonials, you may want to have the person state their name and who they are. So at the beginning, they might say, I'm Robert, and this is my story of dealing with John Smith Plumbing. Or you can just use a graphic. So when they start telling their story, I woke up, my basement was flooded. It can say John Smith underneath them, and even have the phone number of the company there. Or it could just say Maggie Jones, John Smith Plumbing customer, whatever, and even have a phone number with that. And then that way you can get that established right away. But if you're not going to put a graphic, you can always have the person say it. But, honestly, people aren't that great at being the actors. And when you say, okay, when we turn this on, Mary, I want you to say this to start it off, they're probably not going to do it well. They're going to mess it up. So you may just want to slip it. You may just want to skip it completely and just go straight for the story. But if you think they can do it, it makes sense. And we've seen that on some of the TV things. I'm trying to remember what company it is that uses testimonials, and they go, I'm John Smith, and here's my story. And then they talk about what happened.
There's one that it's a testing thing for things you're allergic to or something like that your body's allergic to, and they do them on Skype or Hangouts or something like that. And so, hi, I'm Steve, and
this is my Invocana story or whatever.
Yeah, and I wasn't feeling too good, so I took the test, and it turns out I'm allergic to lima beans, and I quit eating lima beans, and man, I feel better. So you got to do the whatever you called it. You got to order that, and then they have all the. They do. I think that company kind of does a little insert where the announcer comes in, and gives the call to action, and then they cut back to to Steve or Mary or what. It's normally a good-looking person, not like myself. And they say, make your life better.
Yep.
Do
And
the
that's always
thing.
good. So if you can get them to do that, that's great, and it can add to it. But if you can't, it's just a simple graphic that you want to put on there saying who they are and if they're a real customer, that kind of thing. Because people want to know that, hey, this is not an actor, this is an actual customer. Like those absolutely horrendous Chevrolet commercials. These are not actors, and then these people come on and act and talk about how, it looks so futuristic. It looks like every other car on the street, but that's okay. But the point being is, you want people to really be able to trust what they're seeing. You want them to trust the actual testimonial, because if you lose the trust, the rest of it doesn't matter. If people think, this is just an actor, then you're not going to get much out of it anyway. But if you establish who that person is, Mary Smith, actual customer, whatever, that's going to help. Whether they say it or you put it in a graphic, you definitely want to have it there. You definitely want to have that graphic at the end with the call to action on there, so that you can make sure that people actually can call you or go to your website and learn more about what you're doing. Because without that, what's the point? There's no use doing it at all. So that's that's something that's very important to that. That's kind of the part 5 is the graphics and whatnot. Yes, Steve?
You got a question from Marshall. What about giving incentives for testimonials? As the FTC changed their rules and regs, how does Vidmonials 2.0 get around this and make it okay?
There is nothing that says you can't give something to somebody for leaving a review. What you can't do is you can't give them something for leaving a 5-star review. If you give the same prize to somebody who gives you a 1-star review as a 5-star review, there's nothing wrong with that. What you're not supposed to do is leave me a 5-star review and you'll get 10% off your next purchase. You can't do that kind of thing. But if you're giving something away for taking the time to do a testimonial, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing against that at all. But you just can't entice them to leave a good review. If you give them a free ebook, even if they give you the bad review, then that's fine, as long as it's as long as you're not telling them what they have to say. Does that make sense? So and by the way, with Google reviews, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to, but that's not a law or anything like that. That's just Google's terms of service say, hey, you're not supposed to give things away to get people to leave more reviews. And there are ways around that too, because what a lot of things do is they give something away for leaving a review, and then they say afterwards, hey, would you mind leaving this on Google as well? And there's nothing wrong with that, because you're not giving them anything for doing it. You're just asking them if they're willing to do it. And so that's how you get. I don't even want to say you get around that. It's just you have to be honest with it. You can't. You can't be faking things and whatnot, even though people do all the time. But you're not supposed to fake things. So as long as you're treating everybody the same, whether they leave a good review or a bad review, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like, I've got a friend who has a pest control company, and what he does is he says, hey, what he says in his thing is, as soon as they're done, like they come and they spray, they get a thing right away, the customer does, and it says, hey, would you like to leave your technician a $10 tip? Rather than paying them, all you have to do is leave a review and we'll pay them an extra $10. And so they're incentivizing these people kind of by giving a tip to the technician, and they just leave a review in order to leave that tip. But again, they can still leave a 1-star review. There's nothing saying it has to be a 5-star review or 4-star review or better or anything like that. They're giving them something for the incentive. Now, in that case, the client really doesn't get anything except they save $10. But I don't even know if I don't think people normally tip pest control guys anyway. I don't even see my pest control guy. He shows up when he wants, and then I see a bill on the door or whatever. So I never thought about tipping him, but that's one thing that they get. As soon as he leaves, boom, the customer gets that, and they can leave their review. So
Pest control guy comes over. Kids are gone for a couple of days. I never see him. Then kids come back. I get a break. Get it? Pest. All right.
Ba-dum-bum.
Yeah. Boom. Now, you were talking about the biggest thing that you're seeing as far as products being promoted, weight loss and dog food, right?
Yeah. Or
So
something
what
dog
about-
related.
What about the dog food diet? Is that big with weight loss?
I have no idea. That sounds lovely.
Sorry. Yeah. I don't know. I
Sounds
thought it was
lovely.
funny. I think I'm funny. Nobody else does. But you know. So this is great advice, though. We'll have all this stuff in the show notes too. And
Yep.
yeah.
Indeed.
That's
So the next part of this is now you've got your testimonials, and what are you going to do with these testimonials? Because quite honestly, you can get all the testimonials you want. If you don't show them to anybody, they're going to be absolutely useless. So what do we do with these testimonials in order to make them effective for the business? Well, we want to get them everywhere. We want these testimonials to be everywhere we possibly can, just like you would with any of the videos that you create. So you want to make sure that you put this onto YouTube. Find a good keyword that you can use this for. And one of the big problems that I see all the time, especially like some of our law clients, they've collected testimonials for years, and I get into their YouTube channel and I look in there and I say, oh, look, they got all these testimonials. And the name of the video is, Mary Jones Testimonial. I don't know about you, Steve. I have never thought of going into Google and typing in Mary Jones Testimonial to find a lawyer. It's an absolute waste of time. So what you need to be able to do is, if it's, in the case of our lawyer, if it's a car crash lawyer, a personal injury, but it's about car crash, well, then you want to find a car crash keyword to use with that testimonial. So maybe when you do that, your keyword might be, Albuquerque car accident lawyer, testimonial by Mary Smith, and then John Jones personal injury lawyer. And then that way you're going after a certain keyword. And that keyword is something that people would actually search. And so now you're actually putting a video up there that goes for that keyword, and that can rank not only in YouTube, but it could rank in Google. And you're going to do everything that you normally would with that. You're going to embed it onto other websites. You're going to send it to Web 2.0s. You're going to send it to social media. You're going to send it to whatever, anywhere you possibly can. You're going to use things like OnlyWire and SyndLab to blast that video out. You're going to make sure that it's on your Facebook page. You're going to make sure it's on your personal profile. You're going to make sure you put it on Pinterest. Whatever you happen to do to get those videos out there, you're going to put it out there just like you would any other video, because this is a marketing video. It just happens to be that the subject is a testimonial. So you want to make sure that you put this on your website. Maybe you've got a page on your website for testimonials. But even if you have a page for testimonials, if your video is, Albuquerque car accident lawyer, Mary Smith testimonial, whatever, if you've got a page on your site that's about Albuquerque personal injury lawyer, then you want to put that testimonial on that page, or car accident lawyer, sorry. You want to put it on that car accident lawyer page in your Albuquerque personal injury attorney site. And then that way, the video matches the content of that particular page. And in the testimonial, you can put a link to that particular page and make sure that when people are seeing that video on YouTube for that keyword, that what they're clicking on is going to that specific page on the site. And that's going to link back to the video. So now you've got this back and forth relationship here. That's going to help both of those to rise. Google My Business. Make sure that you put these testimonials on your Google My Business page. Why wouldn't you? Just go there, sign in, upload a video, and now you've got new content on there that's a testimonial. People will see that. It's going to help you to get more business. So it's something you definitely want to do. Make sure that that video is out everywhere. Put it on the Facebook page. Put a link to the YouTube video on the Facebook page. Upload the actual video to Facebook. If it's a short enough one, upload it directly to Instagram. If it's too long, then put an image on there and put the link going back to the page. Now, I know Instagram, you can't have a clickable link, but people can copy and paste links. So you put that link there, let them copy it and paste it. It can be effective that way as well. It drives me crazy they don't allow links on there. But you can also run it as a YouTube ad. You can run it as a Facebook or Instagram ad or a Twitter ad. Any of these things can be done to get more traffic to that video, which is going to give that testimonial even more life. People are going to see that. They're going to call you. And that's what you want to get in the end, is you want these things to work for you, drive traffic back to your site, drive calls, get new customers. And this is one of the most effective ways that you can do that. So there you go. That is the 5-star video testimonial. Woo!
Groovy.
Yes,
Good
indeed.
stuff, Ray. Good stuff, Ray. And,
Yes, and going back for 1 second to what was asked earlier with the Vidmonial thing, the one thing I didn't mention at the top is, yes, Vidmonial actually has a built-in leave us a review and get this free ebook or this free graphics or free whatever. So you can actually have an incentive inside Vidmonial. And the idea behind that program is on your website, you can have past video testimonials right there. And then there's a button that says leave testimonial. You click on that and Vidmonial makes an actual page that allows you to record a video testimonial. So you click the button and you say, hey, my name is John Smith and blah, 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 blah. These guys are great. And when you're done, and now that testimonial is going to be sent to the actual company. And so it's very easy to do that. And then, of course, once the company gets that, they can actually edit it inside of Vidmonial. There's actually an editing program to add graphics to it and things like that. You can even add music to it. And then once you're done with that, you can automatically send it out to your website so that it shows up on the website. You can send it automatically out to different social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter, etc. You can also automatically put it onto YouTube, optimize the heck out of it, and get that to rank and drive lots more traffic. So very, very good program. It's a complex little program. And I think right now, I think they're selling it with commercial rights to it. In other words, you can use it for your clients for only like $27. I mean, to me, that's a pretty crazy price for something that does so much, but it handles all of that stuff. You can you can have people record testimonials 24 hours a day, whether you're there or not. You can automatically display them on your website. You can send them to YouTube. You can edit them. You can add the graphics. You can give away prizes for people that take the time to do the testimonials, etc. So it's all very, very good stuff.
And if a person wants to buy that,
you can head on over to raythevideoguy.com/vidmonial, VIDMONIAL, Vidmonial, and pick it up today. And by the way, we've got some great bonuses for anybody that does pick that up, including what we talked about today, the 5-star video testimonial blueprint is one of the bonuses you can get when you purchase that. So you'll get the actual PDF that I wrote that has all of that in there so that you can start to do those every time. And a whole bunch of other really cool bonuses. You just have to go and check it out to see some of those. In fact, some of them are some pretty popular little programs. So go check it out. raythevideoguy.com/vidmonial to get that.
sounds good. Good job, Ray.
All right. Anybody else post any questions while we're here?
I've been kind of checking. I haven't seen anything. Any more questions, anybody? Fast.
We've turned this into more like a webinar now all of a sudden.
Yeah, I know. But this is.
But hey, you know what? When we do it live, people are able to do that, and I think people listen a lot of times and don't think, "Hey, I can post a question," and probably because half the time when they post them, we don't see them until it's already over. But when we do see them, yeah, we'll answer them. Why not? Right? Why not?
Oh yeah.
Why not?
I could write a question,
There you go.
but I won't.
All right. Well, if you want,
I've got all my questions answered, so I feel pretty
well,
good.
that's good. That means that I did the job here.
You did a good job,
did the
Ray,
job.
even though you have blue hair.
Ow! I hurt my elbow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean for you to hurt your
I
elbow.
hurt my elbow patting myself on the back. That's not good.
Oh, I see. Well, that's what you get for patting yourself on the back.
That's right. It's only 18 inches away from a kick in the butt. So.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So with that, another episode in the can, as they say. Whoo,
In the can.
In the can. We don't do in the can anymore. It's more like in the cloud. Another episode in the cloud.
All righty. Very.
So I love down
cool.
at the bottom, by the way, in the live thing. I just saw a thing. It's like how to download YouTube videos on Mac OS. I mean, like you haven't been able to do that for years. Some new program apparently that lets you do that. Well, everybody does that. Sorry, YouTube, but we do. We do it all the time.
Yeah,
I have clients who send me things and they're like, "Oh, I've got it up on YouTube," and I have to download it and edit it.
Yeah.
So do it all the time. But
Me too.
anyway. All right, so there we go. 5-star testimonials. Hopefully you guys like that. Video testimonials, again, very, very powerful tools, those video testimonials. If you can do them, you got to get out there and do them. And again, it's a lot easier. Well, if you can get the people to come in to do them, if you can put aside a time, bring people in to do them, they're very easy to shoot. You literally just have them talking to the camera. In fact, you don't want it to look overproduced, so it's very easy to shoot those. It's going to be easier to shoot 10 testimonials if you've got people there to shoot them than it is to do like a whole video of a business and interview people and, do this and that. So, I mean, the testimonials go very, very fast. And the good thing is, because they don't have to look super professional, you can also have your clients shoot them for you. So just tell them, hey, you know what? Hey, Johnny, after you clean this lady's teeth or whatever, have Mary get a video of her if she's willing to do it. Boop, and then you do it. And it's that easy. And you can provide them with, that 5-star video testimonial guide so that they can kind of guide the person through that. And if they can get some of these testimonials, well, you can do really, really well. So there you go. 5 stars.
Very good. Very, very
Hopefully
good.
this was a 5-star episode. See what I did there? Huh?
Yeah.
5-star, 5-star.
I
And
did.
if so, well, then leave us a nice 5-star review because we could use them on Apple Podcasts and all those great podcatchers. Let us know what you think by commenting on this or, leaving us that great 5-star review. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, put a comment below to let us know that you like what you're seeing or anything that you would like to see that we're not doing. Let us know. We'll be glad to make some little changey doos here and there to make it even better. But with that, I think that brings us to the end of another episode. And again,
Fabulous.
This episode was made possible by Vidmonial 2.0, the easy way to capture, edit, then display 5-star video testimonials. So start doing that right away. Head on over to raythevideoguy.com/vidmonial. And with that, I think it's time to hear that funky music once again.
Okay, hit it.
Here we go, players.
He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the